So we are here for the Week 6 2024 NFL TV schedule predictions here. So we have 4 national games with Jacksonville and Chicago in London. And we have 4 teams in bias, so it's 5 games for CBS and 5 for Fox. 5 for the CBS in London. And the CBS had the double header window 2 weeks in a row with the early and late windows. Fox has not had the early and late window for 2 straight weeks. And they're going to get it coming week 6, Thursday night, San Francisco at Seattle. Sunday, 9:30 Eastern is Jacksonville or Chicago in London. Sunday night is Cincinnati at NY Giants on NBC. And Monday night is Buffalo at NY Jets, ESPN. And the buys are Kansas City, LA Rams, Miami, and Minnesota. I'm assuming the feature game, the Jim Nantz Tony Romo game, is going to be Washington at Baltimore, most likely. Washington is going in this with a 4-1 record, while Baltimore has a lot of confidence heading, they are, I believe, 3-2 as they roll up. So Baltimore is being pretty slow. Houston is 4-1 after a win over a field goal win over Buffalo. New England though has fallen to 1-4. Indianapolis almost beat Jacksonville last week, but Joe Flacco took them down to tie the game with 30 at tie game. But Jacksonville won it late in that one. Tennessee, however, comes off a not so good game against the Miami Dolphins. They played on Miami. They played on Monday night. I mean, it wasn't so great the first time, but it was the second half they played Butcher, and they had the earliest bye that you can have in the NFL this season, week 5. They had that, and maybe they can get a little bit of momentum going against Indianapolis. So we will see here. That should be the last game on there. Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. I mean, Pittsburgh, despite a couple losses, they had a tough loss against the LA Chargers to lose their unbeaten status. And then they had a close loss. They really hurt themselves on offense. So on defense, they were playing well against Dallas on Sunday Night Football. However, Dallas ends up winning. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dallas ends up winning. And we have Las Vegas. They came off a disappointing game over Denver. They did. Denver just blew them out. And then we have Chargers at Denver. I mean, could be the featured game. But honestly, because it's in a late window, I see why it's already the featured game most likely. Denver probably 2. 3 could be Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. It could also be Houston at New England. But I'm assuming it's probably Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. 4 is probably Houston at New England. And 5 is going to be Indianapolis at Tennessee. So we have the Fox early window. They were saying that Arizona at Green Bay was going to be the feature game on Fox next week. I mean, it could be the possibility. I mean, Cleveland had a blowout loss to Washington. And now Cleveland is stirring up. Not great. I mean, Cleveland, they had a good run last year in the playoffs. Or in the regular season they did. And they made a playoffs. But this year, they're not doing so hot. Philadelphia, though, is kind of struggling as well. Philadelphia is like, they're okay. I mean, they're 3-2, I want to say. So, or did they have a bye? No, Philadelphia is 2-2. Yeah, my bad. Philadelphia has had some tough losses, though. They had a tough loss to Tampa Bay in their last game. So we'll see if they can bounce back over Cleveland's side, who is struggling a lot. Cleveland is 1-4. They are in the bottom of the AFC. They are. I mean, they just have haven't given up. Haven't, the only reason why they're not, because they have the less points allowed this season. That's the only reason why they're third. But Arizona, Green Bay, Arizona. That could be the featured Fox early window game. Arizona is still, because Arizona is 2-3, coming off a win over San Francisco. Arizona is. They stunned San Francisco late in Santa Clara. Now Arizona, took a nice win. So, Green Bay, however, is at the bottom of the NFC North. However, they are 3-2. The Packers, though, really haven't beat any great teams. Arizona, though. But Arizona is kind of sloppy, though. Like, they lost to Lions. They lost to Bills. They've lost to some good teams. The Commanders lost too, so 3 out of the 4 good teams they played this season have been were losses, and one was a blowout to Washington. So we'll see. Yeah, that could be the feature game. There's Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Tampa Bay is 3-2, while New Orleans is 2-2. So I could see that being number being number 2. As Tampa Bay is, they're both not bad teams. Tampa Bay came off that heartbreaking loss in overtime to Atlanta on Amazon Prime Video. Prime Video's Thursday Night Football game of the week. Thursday Night Football game. We're going to week on Thursday Night Football. Well, New Orleans is coming off a bye as they are 2-2. Well, not really. Well, I mean, they wish they had by that is. They came up. They're playing on Monday Night Football on ESPN against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's going to be a tough game for New Orleans, but it could be 3-2, 2-3. Again, I could see Arizona at Green Bay. I mean, I could also see them. Maybe a divisional game feature between Tampa and both teams, I feel like, are good, close. So could be with 2 Arizona Green Bay. Could be Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Could also be featured as well. We'll see. We're at Dallas, so that's going to be the featured Fox Layton game. Detroit at Dallas. Detroit is 3-1. They came up. They had a bye this week. They did, and they are playing a good Dallas team that is coming back up in the stands. Dallas is not obviously in. I mean, they're in the hunt for the National Football Conference East champion or the division winner, but they have not really played Washington yet. Dallas hasn't. I don't believe they played Philadelphia either, so. But this is going to be a tough test, though. To prove, can they be good in Detroit? So, can they? But we'll see there. In that one, Atlanta is 3-2. You're walking into a Carolina team. Has had some struggles this year. They benched Bryce Young. Carolina has their starting quarterback. That was a rookie, and they got They started him all last season. They just threw him in there without trying to learn with their backup Andy Dalton, just trying to learn. And however, Carolina, and then they're like, well, maybe we should actually let Bryce Young develop some and actually learn. And put him on the bench. He probably should have been last season, but Carolina is playing Atlanta at Carolina. That is going to be game 5, most likely. Cleveland, Arizona, Dallas will be Simbri. Either Joe Davis or Amin. Greg Olsen, or it'll be either Jason 2 and 3 probably. Tampa at New Orleans. You'll have Jason Benetti and Greg Olsen. Joe Davis, Greg Olsen, either Arizona, Green Bay, or Tampa New Orleans. Because Joe Davis is calling baseball for Fox. So he was out this week 5 game. Calling the MLB Baseball Series. So we'll see who was the announcer calling the Championship Series. And Fox also has rights to the World Series every year. They are about to have the rights to the World Series in their contract. So, Fox, Tampa Bay. So we'll see if it's Jace Benetti and Joe Davis again, or if it's Jace Benetti with Mark Sanchez, or maybe it might be it might just be Chris Myers again though. Keep the same continuity they've had for a couple weeks. We will see though. Because Christmas isn't a fun, so Reggie Sweeney normally does college football for Fox. So we'll see. It's Cleveland. I see Arizona at Green Bay, though. Or Tampa ones being 2 and 3 interchangeably. 4 is going to be Cleveland at Philadelphia. And 5 will be Carolina at Carolina. And also, we'll show you what channels the simulcast schemes are done tomorrow. And they are released. And who the announcers are. Obviously, it's going to be your typical 5 announce crews for CBS. Once it gets to like 6 for these announcers, typically. 6. I mean, they have 6 announcers, but typically, 5 announcers for a lot of the season because of the buys and stuff like that. And like the extra Monday night or something like that. 6, they do have a 6th one. You typically, once you get in that, especially once you get in that 7th one, if like, then it's like, then it really pushes it, the number 7 does, because of the fact that you got a lot of, you just got, a lot of games of it. And typically that only happens if there's no buys, and then there's a game Thursday night, the Sunday night, the Monday night, and that's it, no buys. And that does happen very often, because there are buys now earlier, 2 Monday nights now for a little while. And there's some London games. 3 weeks of London games in a row. So. But you'll really see that fall more into place when there's like weeks of no buys or no extra Monday night football game or something like that, so.